Alright, welcome to Cobalt Black Gaming. I'm your host, Cobalt. Welcome back if you're a subscriber and you've seen some of my videos before. If you have seen some of my videos before and you aren't a subscriber, I don't know, could you please hit that button? It would help me a lot. And if you keep returning, you might enjoy what I have to make. And if you guys hit those buttons, I will be able to make more. But anyways, today we are going to be playing The King is Watching. Yeah, I've heard a lot of things about this game, a lot of good things about this game, and this is the first time I'm checking it out. We are going to be coming in here and going for, I'm going to use this king. I don't actually know what this king does. I've only played a couple of rounds of this. I am not that good at it, but I've been enjoying it a lot. So we're going to come in here with this king. And this looks like I want to be stacking HP for my unit and getting a lot of morale. Let's get started then. Okay, so if you don't know, if you haven't heard, The King is Watching is basically a strategy city builder auto battler. So what happens is, per the title, the king is watching, and you want the king to be watching. Most structures only produce when this golden area is over them. That's the king's gaze. So that's kind of where the strategy comes in. You have to figure out what you should be watching within your village at all times. And what you're going to be doing here is you're going to be building this city up in here and fighting off waves of enemies. So essentially, right now, I am trying to get enough buildings up and running so that I can defend myself, really, is what's happening. We're going to do this. So this building is going to produce troops for us, so I'm going to have it produce some troops real quick because I don't want to be defenseless. This is a wave coming up, or I guess this is a wave coming up. So let's just make sure I am manned first. All right, we have as many troops as we can currently have. We're going to come over here and we're going to start selling some of our wheat so that we can get gold production up and running. Gold is very important in this game, as you might imagine. In building a kingdom, gold would be very necessary. Essentially, I'm going to be trying to figure out the best way to produce fighters as well as other, actually, can I? Yeah, there we go. As well as other units to further my cause. And eventually, when we get further down the line, we're going to be using things like spells and stuff to assist us and to keep us alive. But right now, I'm just going to go with the hunters, actually. Basic production, we're going to want an iron mine, then the prophecy. So here you kind of select the order of your next waves. You can select, you have inevitable waves, these have to happen, so you can sit here and pick which ones you want. And then you can add optional waves. I'm still kind of learning this game, so I'm actually not going to do too many optional waves this playthrough. We're going to grab I want to grab the magic school, but I would need the crystals anyways to power it, so we're actually going to grab the crystals. We'll see if we can get the magic school a little bit later. We're going to be trying to build up our gold reserves. And we're trying to get some ore in a moment. What we really need is wood, actually. We're going to do that. So we want to make sure we have enough hunters and other units for battle. So far, I've been really enjoying this game. It isn't my typical type of game, which makes sense, and thus you're going to notice me doing maybe some newbie-ish mistakes in this game, and that's mostly because I don't normally play games like this. I essentially play strategy games and kind of town builders and stuff like that probably once a year. Not like it's an occasion or anything, it's just like that's when I play these games. So this is kind of a departure from my norm, which is fine. And I'm finding it to be a lot of fun. You know, I originally paid attention to it because I was noticing a lot of buzz around this game. And I didn't really know why. And I kind of get it. Right now I'm actually really messing up because I should have wheat here. Or I guess I could do this. And try to get troops out. So the nice part is once they start attacking your castle, if you send out troops, the enemies stay attacking the castle and your troops backstab them, essentially, which is really nice. So we're gonna try to get some more wood, because that is what we're missing for these guys. Let's get 2 of these built so that we can not have the poor showing I just had before. Hopefully we can get these 2 built before it's a problem. I'm gonna send the one out, actually. Okay, what do we got here? Madhouse, archers, or swordsmen? 80 health. Madmen have quite the amount of health. I haven't used madmen yet. I don't have clay. This would be... I feel like that would be not smart for me to do. So we're gonna just let this keep going for a second. Get as much wood as possible. So you can also move these around and things, or you can delete plots you're not using anymore, or that you don't want to be in certain areas. You're not going to see me doing too much of that, and that is because as I am a novice at this game and quite inexperienced, I don't want to be fiddling with things too much, I guess is the best way to put that. Mostly because I find things like that need to be very intentional. So if you don't know what you're doing, then I'm just going to let it kind of happen, and we'll see what happens, right? We're definitely going to need some more wood, though. Basic production. I'm going to grab grape bushes because we are going to need wine later. Because if there's any way to keep a city happy, apparently, it is a lot of wine. Which I guess makes sense. Alright, we're gonna do that. We'll send what we've made out. There's a swordsman. That'll do us some good. We're gonna want a lot of wood, because if we can increase the amount of fighters we have, that'll be very helpful. Okay, so we can go to the trader now. The trader adds units. It can add units. It can add blueprints for you to build structures. You can buy spells. You can buy other certain things. So these are buffs. These are resources. I'm going to stay away from these for the moment being. Warrior troops receive a 10% boost to damage, HP, attack, and speed. I might actually go with this because I have a decent amount of warrior troops. There's another part of me that kind of wants to go with the longbowmen, though. It's a more advanced troop, but I actually don't have the means of producing the metal to go with that. So we're going to go with that, and then we're going to grab the crystals, and we're going to head on out. That's a nice little bonus I have for my troops. I want to upgrade my gaze, so we're actually going to pop over here and try to get the little bit more gold we need to upgrade my gaze. This is so that, yes, when I do that, now, as you can see, I can produce more things at once. We're going to put a farm there. That's going to go away in a second, and we'll add wheat back up there. So if we're selling a bunch of it, I want to at least be producing it, right? All right, so I don't really have a good idea of what I need to be doing here because it's mostly hoping my guys don't die. And if they do, well, we need to get our gaze over to those, I want to call them factories, but right, it's not a factory. Like humans come out of there. Get them right back to those baby makers. There we go. That makes sense, right? That's what I should call it. Okay, we're gonna grab the gold mine because we don't have one of those. We're gonna I wish I could see what I have left blueprint wise. I just feel like we've been stressing wood a lot, even though I have it. 25 at the start of each wave. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Each spell you cast has a 30% chance of being cast twice. That I feel like is really good for late game, so I'm gonna take it, acting like I will get to the late game, which I probably won't. But you know, you gotta try at least. We're gonna leave it. Okay, increase max casual HP by 20, choose a spell reward, or I could either get an artifact or nothing. You know what, let's gamble. I received nothing. Awesome. I knew I should gamble. That was what I was feeling. I was sitting here and I was like, yep, today I gamble and I'll win big, right? We're gonna put a gold mine here. I stay away from this because this is a debuff, so yeah, improvements on this tile suffer minus 25 debuff to production. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't know. If I can avoid it, I will. However, we are going to start needing grapes, so we're going to do that. Once this iron goes away, I'm going to put swordsman there, so that we have a pretty active fighting force. We're going to send out what we've made. It's a few more swordsmen. Okay, levy barracks. Peasant's hut? No, no thank you. I don't want to just keep making swords. I like... What do whipmen do? They're grunts with 120 health. They're arcane grunt. I'm just going to take that, and we'll do it later. So yeah, this is very resource management kind of heavy gameplay, which, you know, I have a feeling while watching me, you're gonna be like, hey, this guy's not good at this. But it is very fun, so I'm gonna play it nonetheless, and I'm gonna have a great time doing so. Okay, let's put the rest of these guys out there. Okay, let's make this produce clay, because that's what we need right now. Alright, that spell, did we lose no one? We lost no one, that's awesome. Roots spawns poisonous roots that damage and push away enemies. Wrath applies 30% move speed and 30% attack speed buff on troops. We're gonna go with the roots for right now. I just think that'll be more useful for me. Yeah, so we seem to be getting quite a good clip of resources. We're gonna do this. And yeah, so essentially what we want to do is, well, kind of what I'm doing, just get all of this production up and running, get all of this, I guess, resources acquired, and all of this kind of going. I made it to like a week 300 the first time, so we'll see if I can get there again, hopefully. Stuns enemies in area of effect for 4 seconds. That's insane. Summons 15 blades of fallen horizontal line. We're gonna go with the stun. Stun sounds really good. Yeah, and we're actually just gonna hammer away at this wood. I have a water in there. I don't necessarily need it, but you kind of always need water. It'll be useful for a lot of things. So we're gonna plop this here, actually, and then have it researching that. We have wood to increase our max. Okay. I'm I'll put the madmen here. We're gonna make sure everybody we have is out and ready to fight, although these units are more advanced, so I have a feeling I might have more problems than I was previously having. Okay, what do we got? Goldsmith's Farm. I might grab this. So, in my head, I want to go for these, where they give you 2 different resources at once, but it's a little bit slower. But every time I feel like I've used them, I've not been happy about it. Maybe I'm using them wrong, maybe someone can inform me, but they just don't feel good. Let me know in the comments if like there's a better plan to use those, or maybe I should be handling it differently. I'm not really sure, but let me know. I'm always interested in learning and kind of getting better at things like this, but it's hard when, I don't know, this game is this complicated, which is really cool. I actually really like how complicated this game is. It is much more intricate than I thought it would be. And that makes it very engaging and very fun, so I'm actually super happy about how complicated this game is, but there are times where it doesn't feel the best. We're going to grab the gold mine. We are going to grab an iron... Ooh, I want to get the iron mine because I don't have a source of iron right now. We can still build a small wheat field. Banish. Choose some of your troops to banish. They return crystals. We're going to go with this. Artifact, get 90 resources of your choice 3 times, or receive 250 wine. We don't have wine. We don't have a lot of it anyways. We're gonna go with this. Yeah, let's go with the sun face. I like them better than the weird lizard dudes. Basic production times 2. Building wheat field or 100 wheat. I feel like, yeah, getting a couple basic productions in there would be nice. Alright, once we get rid of this, we will swap it out for a hospital. Actually, what I can do, and I think I'm going to do, is swap the peasant house out for a hospital. I think that's actually probably the play. I mean, when I can build one. I think, actually, I'll swap it out for a couple of forests. We can get that production going. There we go. Now we have enough to build the hospital, but we don't have space, so we're going to get that space. We also probably need another source of units, but it seems things seem to be going decently right now, so if it ain't broke, right? Okay, what do we got here? I will take the iron mine. Then here I will take the... Want to take the gold mine? Yeah, I'll take the gold mine. I don't want to waste money re-rolling, actually, is really what's happening here. Alright, so now we got incoming. We got here, grapes, clay. Let's go with grapes, because once this one's toasted, we don't have anything for it. Okay, let's get the hospital up and running. I think... Yeah, this will just heal injured troops while active. Is all we want to happen right now. What do we got? I'm gonna go for the crystal mine. We're gonna come back up here. Cool, this is doing exactly what I wanted to. So, yeah, basically what I'm realizing about this game, and I think the reason I thought it is so difficult until now, is I really just needed to push more on my unit production side, and I haven't been. So now it's actually feeling much, much better. Turns out when you deal with a pig rider, but you have like a whole army of swordsmen, they just go down. Turns out getting stabbed is their weakness. We're gonna go with Wrath, actually. For the first time in playing this game, I actually feel like my army itself is scary. Probably not true, but you know, I feel like it, so. We can do this, so we're gonna do this. And then this can be... Do we want it to be an iron mine or a crystal mine or what? I'm gonna toss the iron mine here. And then I'm gonna toss wheat up here because we're gonna be running low on wheat soon. Okay, we're on trader, gold mine, hunters, worshippers sanctuary. So I have never looked into the whole black sheep thing. I feel like from what I've seen in the units, it could be really, really good. But it feels like it needs to be 90% of your focus, right? Okay, gain 2 wine when you kill an enemy. 3 crystals. Damage dealt by spells is increased. Fissure creates a fissure that damages enemies. Banish. Ground fire. Fires do not stack. I'm gonna take fissure, and then I'm gonna grab this just to unlock it in the encyclopedia for myself. And it looks like we're producing stuff at a good clip, so that's cool. Actually, we're gonna swap over because I have a bunch of units that are injured, and that's kind of part of my problem right now, I think. Like, if I had to guess. But I'm gonna guess if I heal them all up, it'll be good. Okay, I don't know what to replace that with. What are we doing? Iron? Gold, maybe? 77 gold? Yeah, let's make a gold mine, I suppose. I kind of want more hunters, but... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's juice them up. Let's stun the enemies there. Let's slow the enemies. Let's do this. Alright, let's let my units actually gather up first, and then we'll toss them all out. It's unfortunate how I chose to spread out my unit producing buildings. I probably need to fix this, actually, instead of being dumb like I have been. Okay, we got a legendary artifact since I was a boss. Increase unit limit by 6, increase max unit HP by 75. So I feel like the max unit HP is gonna be more important. Legendary fireworks. Okay, we're gonna go with tornado. Veteran barracks. Okay, we're starting to get into some stronger units. We got mushroom warriors. Those seem pretty good. We got musketeers. Those seem okay. We got healer mages. I actually think I'm gonna go with the mushroom warriors on this one. Like, I need some wood. Hey, let's go with the sawmill. Troop training. Range champion. We're gonna increase the health of the warriors. And then we are going to come here, grab the artifact, and then we'll grab this, and we'll continue. Receive resources. Enemies attack immediately. I'm not going to do that. We'll go with this. Okay. It looks like I've vaguely recovered from that ass whooping I just received. So we can kind of act like things are okay for a moment. I want the... Alright, we're also going to get rid of these guys. Not actually just because not like I want to get rid of them, but just because they're sitting there and I feel like I keep thinking of them as not to be used or attended to. I don't know what you want to call it. I'm not using them well, is the bottom line of this. We have plenty of grapes. I actually guess I will put a well back there because we do want water at some point. The question really comes down to what units do we get rid of in favor of adding mushroom men. I would guess... I don't actually know. I would guess I want to get rid of maybe the hunters? Or maybe like the swordsman, right? The mushroom men are probably 1-to-1 to the swordsman. Okay, another veteran barracks. A hive. What do bees do? Whoa, that's a lot of HP. They're warriors and they're flying. Okay. I actually think the bees are going to be my best bet here. And I think what I'm going to do actually is... we're going to remove a couple buildings here. And we're also going to move a building and move a building. Then we're going to add you, and we need more grapes. We're going to add grapes right there, just like that, and we'll come back for those in a minute. I feel like I'm supposed to have more mushroom soldiers than that, but we'll take it for now. We'll see. Okay, artifact, what do we get? Receives fireworks upon picking up. Receive a fireworks spell every 3 waves. I'd just go with that. That should be fine. We're gonna do this. Unfortunate debuff on that, but it was just in the wrong spot. Like, truly. Like, it just needed to not be where it was. And then we'll add, once this is taken out, we'll add the beehive here. Because suddenly we're relying on grapes a lot, actually. For unit production and things like that. Let's make sure my units are actively healing while we're fighting. Yeah, and then I'll put it there. And that way, let's see. Grab the wheat field. I don't feel comfortable in my wheat production at the moment. We are going to grab grape bushes though as well, so we're going to need a lot of them. That's almost done. Let's do it this way. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And we're about to actually have a little bit of an invasion here, so let's get some bees up and ready. I need some of my swordsmen to die. Like, I actively want them to perish. Let's at least have the hospital going. Let's do... Okay, hold on. Go to the trader. What do we got here? I'm probably going to need more grape bushes. I'm sorry. Bakes flower dragons into... What does that even mean? Okay. I might do that. That seems cool as hell. Damage dealt by your troops is increased by 20%. Gain a spell of your choice 2 times. Heal your castle for 10 HP when a production... Okay. What do we got down here? Marketing, sawmill. Okay. I kind of want to go for the 2 spells. And then when we come back up here, I don't feel like I necessarily need to diversify my units, really. But you know what? Let's grab some ranged units, which I don't think I really have at the moment. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Through water there. I guess we're just gonna throw wheat there. Add a bit of production that way. We seem to be doing pretty well at the moment, knock on wood. I'm gonna say I don't need them healing right now. They're good. I am gonna actually need to pay attention and get some blueprints made soon. Okay. Alright, we get a spell. Alright, Poison Puddle. We'll take that over Fireworks, because we already have Fireworks. We like these things. Can I put a double or something? Oh, okay. I can't. I would have to be one of these. I feel like any of these is going to be particularly easy. I don't know, but we're going to toss that guy there. This is me experimenting and thinking I might be able to not suck for 2 seconds. And I have a feeling that I'm going to get put back in my place in the subsequent 2 seconds. Resources. I could get the Magic College and start getting more spells for myself. But I lose 4 random troops is a lot. I'm gonna go for the resources. That probably is the wrong choice. But I'm kind of just gonna accept that. We're gonna do this. Do we want to get rid of some of the swordsmen for the gunners? I think so. We'll do that, and we'll replace it with the firing range. And we're actually about to go to a little bit of war, so we're gonna do this. Actually, hold on. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna do the smart thing. I feel like this is probably one of the most terrifying armies to just run up against. Like, you're trying to invade somewhere, and giant mushroom men and bees just come out to meet you in the field. I don't know about y'all. I'm leaving. Right? Like, that's not me. You know? I think the mushroom people and the bees deserve to live wherever the hell they want, considering they are large enough to make it a problem for me. Really the size that makes it scary, you know? Okay, we're about to run out of the wheat field. Alright, we're gonna come over here, and we're gonna hammer away at this. Since I've been making a bunch of water down there, I don't really need that. We're gonna put gold production here. Get the healing going. Put out some more units. Okay, elite barracks. Okay. Black unicorn field. Yo, what? Alright, that's really cool. Academy of Lightning recruits lightning mages and a ballista factory. Is it bad that I want to re-roll this? It's only 10 to re-roll. I want, I don't know what I want. Don't ask me what I want. That's a bad question. Oh, I can make the flower dragons, though. Requires flour, though, which is not a resource I readily have. Crystal Castle. Patricus produces a strong unit that only functions while this building is active. Interesting. Very interesting. I feel like, though, that leads to it being a significantly stronger unit than most things. So we're actually going to go with that. And then we are going to, well, take a look here and assess how we're fighting with these troops. I think it's going to go here, is essentially where I want to put it. Yeah. Either way, no matter where it's going, it's going to be next to the hospital. Let's just put water here for now. And I have a bunch of blueprints waiting and stuff. Let's take some scarecrow that explodes when killed. Let's just make these guys really angry. And let's give you a hard time, pal. Okay, Eye of the Storm. Damage dealt by your troops is increased by 20%. Increases the lifetime of all temporary. I don't feel like I use temporary units that much. Man, those tornadoes messed up the hillside. Gonna make, I mean, they're tornadoes. That makes sense. Like, I'm a shut up. That makes total sense. I don't know what I'm talking about here. We actually don't want you on right now. What can I put up here that would be useful? I guess we're just gonna toss you on. That's fine. I need this to go away. I suppose I can just delete it, but I don't know. I'm not feeling that. I feel like someone died right before I killed him. Okay. Ancient Pact. When your castle reaches 0 HP, it heals 20 HP, and all enemies are stunned for 7 seconds. Can only be used once. Interesting. I almost want to pick that up as an insurance policy, but I feel like if I'm doing that poorly, like, fuck it, right? Like I feel like if I'm already having that much of a problem, I'm not really gonna be able to fix it. Oh, giant. Damage your castle by 20 HP? I don't think so. What do we have here, actually? I don't really want any of this, to be honest. I might need another one of these. You know what, we'll go with that. And we'll go with the castle insurance. Let's do that. And actually, just because of I have plenty of other spaces and things, I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna have it produce the unit that I bought a while ago that I think is cool. How do I make you? I need 70 of these crystals. I actually think I can also just get rid of the market, right? I need more crystals, to be honest. It'll make one. Oh, the Hungering Man. That's not a good name for anything, right? Like, that's not what I want it to be called. Okay, send in more bees. And let's send in my champion. We'll see how well this goes. I do wish I had more spells. And also... Okay, he got mollywopped. That's not good. I feel like I'm gonna need more grapes. Why aren't you producing? What do you need? You need magic crystals? Okay. I need more magic crystals then. I know what I need to stress now. That's good. I don't like that this Hungering Man produces... Is he producing crabs? Ew, where you been? What are you doing? What's wrong with you? One more bee, and, well, producing more swordsmen isn't really going to help now, is it? Alright, we'll see if we can actually do something with this. Come on, guys. Beat some ass. Let's go. I have no units out. This is useless. Yeah, this looks like it's it for me. Oh. My whole invulnerability thing helped for a second, and then I didn't have enough resources. All right, well, this has been The King is Watching. Thank you all for watching me watch the king, watch the people. If you enjoyed, a like and a subscribe would be very much so appreciated. I'm trying to grow the channel right now. It would really help me out. I'll see y'all tomorrow with another video. Peace out.